Hey, hi. Welcome to today's video on Japan's tallest mountain peak, which is Mount Fuji. When I was planning my trip to Fuji, I found it really confusing. There were plenty of resources online or YouTube videos, but nothing clearly explained the booking process, like which website to use, how to choose a hut, or how to get the climbing pass. I don't want you to go through the same frustration. That's why I'm making this video to give you a simple step by step guide that makes the entire planning process very clear for you. This specifically focuses on the Mount Fuji via the Yoshida Trail. This journey also involves a stay at one of the huts for a night. It's one of the most popular ones because it has a lot of pit stops, be it your washrooms or say shops, etc. And because it has a lot of pit stops, a lot of people also come on the way, which is in a way good, in a way bad. Good because you get a lot of companions, you are filled with josh, there are people singing around, which kind of helps you keep moving. While since it is crowded, it would also be a lot of crowd sometimes, and you might not like it. That could be one of the downsides of it. However, there are other routes like Subashri, Gotemba, or Fujinomiya. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. These tend to be more, say, secluded, for a lack of better word, or less crowded. So if you like to try it through these routes, is also something you can definitely try. But this video is specifically focused on Yoshida Trail with a pit stop at one of the huts for a night and then doing the summit next day. So without wasting much of your time, let's dive into the video. Next step would be understanding the climbing season. So for that, Environment Ministry of Japan, which deals with Yamanashi as well as Shizuoka Prefecture, has created a website for you where you can go and view various sorts of information with respect to climbing season and many other things. So let's go to that website. To find that website, what you can do is come to any search bar of Google or any of the tools that you use and just type Mount Fuji Climbing official website. When you type this, the first link that you see is the one you have to click on. Or the other thing we can do is I'll provide this in the video description so that you can click on it and then arrive at this link. So let's go to the climbing season tab here and see the climbing season details. For Yoshida Trail, as you can see, it is July 1st to 10th. For Subashri, it is July 10 to 10, so on and so forth. So it would vary from trail to trail based on climatic conditions and many other things. This website also has other important information like about the trails, etc. Read before climbing is something that you can click on and view. You can see the trail related even more detailed information as well here. Which are all the equipments you should bring is mentioned in this tab, and other things as well, right? The access, vehicle restrictions, all these things that are there are mentioned here, and even the huts. But guess what, this misses one important thing, which is the pass information as to where do you get the pass or where do you book the pass from. That is something that is missing just specifically for online pass booking. Don't worry though, I'll help you with the website to book your Mount Fuji climbing pass as well. For now, let us go to the second step, which is booking a hut. So, huts, especially, if you want to catch a sunrise or sunset, any of these things that are there, hut would be crucial because two ways, right? One is if you want to get up early in the morning, then go catch the sunrise, or on the same day you want to go to the peak, catch the sunset, come back and stay in a hut or something like that. Both the cases, hut can be useful. While most people go for the sunrise, You can try both of these things or either of these things as well. One place where you can find these huts is in this website itself, which is you go to mountain huts and toilets, this section. Then you go to say various information that is given here, but since we are specifically talking about Yoshida trail, let us go to this particular link here. It directs you to this information website, which is essentially the hut association website that is there. This is completely in Japanese. Just use the Google Chrome extension of converting it into English, then you can see the information in English. One way is you can go to these websites, click on these, and then try to book it. Some of these hut information as to available, not available, all this information is available in this site as well. Why? But if you are like me who already has a hut place name in mind and you want to just book there, you can come to another tab, just enter that, maybe add more information like Mount Fuji. I don't know why I got that wrong. You can see a website. This particular hut I was able to book, or I booked because all of it was in English and super easy to book. So I can just come here, click on this information, which is Takshin Hut booking page. If I click on this book now, it takes me to another website. Again, for now there are no what do you say huts, the place available, because maybe because it's in English and it is easier to book. Most of it is fully booked, but ideal way would be to come here, click on any of these dates, and then go ahead and book. Or you can go to other huts and then search and then book as well. Okay, since we weren't able to book a hut, or I wasn't able to show you how to book a hut, I gave it a try and tried to arrive at another one of the huts from these huts which are available on the Hut Association Yoshida Trail website that is there. So what I did was I went to this 8 station hut, I clicked on it, then this particular page kind of appeared, which is again translated here. So if I go here and search for another month's details, this configuration of the hut is little bit different here. It looks like this hut has rooms or something. That is why it is saying say 2 people 8 friends, 1 friend into 8 people, or 2 people 1 preschool, all these combinations that are there. So I'm just going ahead and I clicked on this 1 people sort of option, which directed me to this particular website, which is again translated here as you can see, which is essentially one preschool person and you know 2 adults. So you can either take this as a reference and then go ahead and basically book using this translation, clicking on here and then going to the next page, so on and so forth. This is how the translated page looks like. The next, after you say go click on the go to the next page option that is there, after clicking here and everything, that is when you arrive at this. Again, this has to be translated using the translation option in the Google Translate window, and then you can go ahead and fill the information with respect to name, etc., and then go ahead and make the booking. I think again, this, as per the instruction given here in the main page, you will just get a confirmation that hut has been booked. After that you have to go ahead and do the credit card payment. For that also, like, there are option here: reservation, confirmation, payment, cancellation. I know the website is little bit messier here, but that's the way to do it. That is why I just wanted to take a dab at it and then kind of give you an explanation as to how this works. That's one way to book the hut. Now let's move to the next step. in which also I'll show you couple of options from where you can search for different huts or some information that is available about huts in the next step as well, if at all if this option or any of these huts don't work for you. The next step would be to book the climbing pass, which is essentially on this SO View website that is there. I'll also put out a link in the description for you to follow it easily. So there are essentially two passes here. One is for day climbers, Mount Fuji Yoshida Trail. Another one is for Yoshida Road Toll, mountain hut guests who are there. So this is a 2-day one purchase that you are making. That is to say, you stay 1 day, 1 night here, and then come back. This is mostly for like bullet climbers or so. Both the costs are same. So since ours is a you know the purchase that we are going to make is for a hut reservation one, I'll click on this particular website here. It again, in each of these websites everywhere you will be able to see all this information. It pops up multiple times saying that, hey, you should bring a warm clothing, these things, etc., and everything. You just confirm on this, go through this, and then press on the confirm option, select on the I agree option. Again, if more than 15 pass, if you need, book it in separate intervals, say 14 passes once and then, or 15 passes once and then another 15 another time, something like that. So I just click on the I agree option that is there here. Then I go ahead and say September 1 is where we have booked for the hut, right? So I select that date, then I select the time I'll be arriving in. I select the option of, hey, one ticket is what I need. Then I need to fill in all this information, say for example Shubham, something like this. What I can do is say for example shub at gmail.com, something like this. I can key in the email ID, I can re-enter this particular information, then give a password, whatever be the case. With respect to mobile numbers, just be a little bit careful. So if you are Indian like me, which has 10-digit mobile numbers, you will have to enter first 3 digits here, next 3 digits here, and last 4 digits here. Okay, so if I were to just, for the sake of it, make it simpler, if I just key in this information, it accepts that. You select the gender, date of birth, whatever be the case, right? So enter some random date here, then you select the hut information. So this is another place I was talking about in my previous part, which I was saying, hey, there is hut information available here as well. So you can probably see this information, use this as a reference to search those hut names online and then go ahead and book as well. That is one way to go. So in this case, say since I had booked in my when I had gone to climb Tashkent hut, I'm going to select that. Then you can enter all this information. Again, whatever the pop-up that came in saying that warm clothes, hiking gear, everything. So you can just select on I agree option. In the next section of the video, I'll cover what to carry as well, so don't worry about it. Then you select the methods, any of these methods, say it is credit card, whatever be the thing. You can just click on it and then check once if everything has been filled or not. If everything is done, then you click on the purchase option, you press on the I agree option that is there. I think there was some error. Yeah, it was with the password. So let's go ahead and enter it. Yeah, you can't use any sort of special characters, so I'll just use this particular password that is there, which is without any special characters. The thing is, with hiking fee or the pass, it gets reset every time it refreshes. So I'll have to select and then click on the confirm purchase option here. Now it takes to say the next step, confirmation of the purchase. You can key in your card details here and then go ahead and make that purchase. So this is a third step that you have to follow. Let us move to the next step now. Next step is gears and essentials. Firstly, I would suggest carry a lot of warm clothes, at least 2 to 3 layers, especially if you're going for a morning hike, staying at a hut, and then planning to reach the summit by 5 or so. It will be very cold during that time, and also there will be a lot of breeze coming your way. It is better to carry as many as 3 layers to kind of stay warm. If possible, carry some sort of shawl or insulation layers, etc. That would definitely help. Second thing is carry a very good trekking shoe. It is essential because there are a lot of stone debris, small pebbles, etc. on the climb. If you don't carry a good shoe, then you would end up hurting your leg. Thirdly, carry a poncho or some sort of rain gear. Though I didn't face any rain when I was climbing, I I know for a fact that it rains very abruptly. Sometimes the weather is sunny and suddenly it starts to rain. It is the mountain is very infamous for such rains. So do carry some sort of a rain gear as well. Gloves is optional. Again, if you feel cold, you can carry it. I didn't use it, though I carried it. Depends on the weather also, so keep that in mind. Do carry walking stick if you are doing this climb for the first time, or any sort of high altitude climbs for the first time. It would be helpful. I didn't carry it, but it is needed if you're not a very experienced trekker. Then most importantly, carry a lot of cash, say at least upwards of 20,000 yen, and also carry some coins as well, because if you want to get a souvenir stick like mine, which has all the stamps across the huts and the stations that you pass by, you would need coins and some cash to get this. Usually on the mountain huts upwards of fifth station, you won't find people accepting cards, so it is necessary that you carry cash. Or even if you want to buy water bottle, or say any sort of food item as well, right? So cash is essential there. Then lastly, there is also mention of helmet to carry. I couldn't carry due to some reasons, but if possible, do carry it. That is again in the sense that, hey, if there is a volcano eruption or something like that happening, you should be able to protect yourself somewhat. That's the reason behind carrying this one. Now you have everything ready, right? So you understood the climbing season. You are arriving during that time. You booked the mountain hut. You booked the climbing pass. You also went ahead and arranged for gears and essentials that are required to climb. Now the point is about reaching the fifth station, Subaru Line, which is the starting point of this Yoshida Trail Mount Fuji trek. So the first step would be, say, I'm assuming you are already in Tokyo or so. So you would take a metro from any of the stations in or near Tokyo and reach Shinjuku metro station. Exit the Shinjuku metro station. That is where, at the information center, you ask for where is the bus station of Shinjuku. Reach that bus station. From there, go ahead and book a bus pass from, say, going to bus station of Shinjuku to Kawaguchiko station. You can either book a one-way ticket or two-way ticket. All those options will be available at the counter. You can go ahead and do it. Then you once you reach the Kawaguchiko station, at the counter you can book a bus to Fuji Subaru Line 5th station and go. That is option A. There is also another option. Another way to book buses from say Kawaguchiko station to Mount Fuji is by coming to this app called Japan Transit Planner. You just come to this app, then basically search for, say for example, you want to go from Kawaguchiko to Fuji Subaru Line 5th station. That is what you key in, and then click on the search option. Once you do that search, search appears and you get a route in terms of, hey, this is the way you have to follow. Go from Kawaguchiko via food to Kawaguchiko bus station. From there, catch a bus, and there is a pop-up coming up which essentially gives you direction to book a bus, which says bus to Mount Fuji 5th station is convenient. If you just click on that, then it directs you to another section of the same app where you go to my ticket section. That is where you see all the ticket lineup that is available here. You see all these things. You go to say Mount Fuji station, Kawaguchiko station, Fuji Subaru Line, that option available there. That is where you view everything and then click on the purchase ticket option that is there. So you can use this app to purchase a two-way trip ticket, which is to say from once going from Kawaguchiko station to Fuji Subaru Line and coming back. So this way you are able to save a bit by booking this ticket. That is one option I would suggest you can follow. Lastly, I want to talk a little bit about bullet climbing. That's when you try to summit and return the same day, skipping overnight stay at the hut. This is actually an option, a day pass available on website as well that I was showcasing to you. So that is where you can try booking. I tried to book it, due to some reasons it kept on failing. I don't know why. So I went with the hut stay. But if you do get successful with it, please do try booking through that. Otherwise, the option could be, say, reach the 5th Subaru line, the starting point of the Mount Fuji, as early as possible, say something like 9, 8, or even earlier if possible. And then at the starting point itself, you can purchase these Fuji climbing passes as well. They issue about 4,000 passes every day. I think it is across all the trails that are available. So you can just go there, ask for the pass, pay the money, which is 4,000 yen, and then purchase the pass and then go ahead and climb it. So that is an option that you can do. uh, I don't know how strict they are. Like, do they allow the bullet climbing all the time, or is it during some seasons, or what is the case? That is something you might have to do a little bit research. I think during the season usually they allow the bullet climb, but do have a check or do some sort of research before reaching there in order to reach there, because the day I went they were giving out passes on the spot as well, and some people I could see were climbing, doing the bullet climbing and then coming back as well. So that is always an option, but do your research, thoroughly check whether it's allowed, not allowed, and then go ahead and do it. Lastly, I want to talk about the climb itself. Should you include it in your Japan trip itinerary or should you not? How was it for me and was it worth it and all these things? So, couple of facts. At the summit I didn't catch the sunrise per se, but still the trek was worth it. Going along all these people who were singing these Japanese rhymes on the way, talking to them, meeting all these people across, say, different places. There is a place called Saitama as well. So few people came from there as well. If you know One Punch Man, Saitama, the anime figure that is there, so there is a place that is called Saitama as well. So like this, there were many instances, lot of talk, and met a few people, made a few friends on this trail, on this trek. And the views, whether you catch the sunrise, sunset or not, are still worth it, especially in the evening, say after 5 6. You will see amazing views. I have attached those photos only in the video for you to observe this, so you can probably have a look and then make your decision. Yeah, that's all I had to say, and it was truly worth it climbing Mount Fuji for me. Hope it will be for you as well, and maybe a little bit easier because of this video. Thank you.